There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, station uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless. Starcross TV, inspiring station. Watch Starcross TV, enlightening station. Watch Starcross TV, empowering station. God's own station, station uniting the world. There is this one television that is so entertaining. It is so inspiring and so educative. It is God's own television, TV station that changes sinners, TV station for the oppressed, TV station for the hopeless.
A beautiful Friday morning to you all there. Good morning, our viewers. Good morning, brethren. Good morning, children of God. This is Morning Star Breakfast Show. Only on Starcross Television, you get to watch interesting programs, beautiful magazine programs that feature a different, all new levels or all new segments every week, every day, to keep your morning motivated, to keep your morning fun filled, to keep you spirit filled, and prepare you ahead of the day. We come on Friday to prepare you ahead of the weekend, to spice up your weekend already, because weekend starts from Friday. When once it's Friday, and when once it past work hours, it is weekend already. So we are here to spice up your weekend so that you have a beautiful and lovely weekend ahead. My name is Emidio Omoyo, and always with me in the studio is your girl, the one you know very well now. They always pair me with fair people, and they will allow my melanin color to to come up very well. I don't know why, Ruth.
But it's just to try and blend your skin. Good morning. By the way, good morning to you all.
Good morning.
I welcome you to Friday Live. Hope you all are doing very well, because I am okay, and Pepper here is looking good.
Yes.
Even though I think she didn't have a good rest last night.
Oh, because my eyes look puffy.
Yeah, I think you didn't sleep well.
I didn't sleep
We're
well.
thinking about the program.
Yes. The program was just on my mind. I was like, oh my god, it's Morning Star tomorrow. It's Morning Star tomorrow. Not like we didn't prepare, for the topic. But that vibes now when you come on screen or when you wake up, when you're about to wake up. I say, okay, I'm coming on screen today. There's this whole different vibes. You'll be checking your time so that there's sometimes you be like, I set the alarm now. Why is the alarm not ringing? So
really, you work according to your alarm.
Yes.
When it rings by 5 or 4:30, wake up that in time.
Sometimes I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes the alarm rings and then I'll just wake up and just add some more time for me. When the sleep is very sweet, 1 minute, you even if you set alarm, let's say for 7:29, and then you need like 1 minute extra to sleep. That 1 minute is like 1 hour. Be like, let me just sleep for another minute. Let me just sleep for 1 minute.
Exactly.
So
I think that's the reason I don't set my alarm. Like if I'm supposed to wake up by 5, I would set it by 4:30. Sometimes 4:20, so that you see that 30 minutes. I use it to roll. Then I use the other 30 minutes to prepare so that before 5, I'm out already.
Okay, I think I'm going to I work according to your instructions, because it's better when you set your alarm like, let's say, 1 hour more, plenty minutes before the time you really want to wake up. You understand? Because when you, for example, now you really want to wake up by 6:30, you're supposed to set your alarm by 6 o'clock. Not the exact 6:30, because when the alarm rings by, let's say, 6 o'clock, you have enough time to consider waking up and all that. But if you want to wake up by 6:30 and you fix your alarm by 6:30, man, that alarm will ring and you off.
I'm telling you, it doesn't work out that way for me. I don't know for you watching us if it works out, but for me, no. That's why I usually set it 30 minutes before time, or sometimes 40 minutes. And I know I'm going to take out 10 minutes to roll and be contemplating. Should I go get up from this bed, or should I keep sleeping? I have 10 minutes to contemplate and arrive at something before finally waking up. That's what happens every morning.
Maybe, I don't know what happens to them, what they do every morning, but I believe that we all wake up by the grace of God, not just your alarm that wakes you up. Sometimes you just sleep and say, oh, my alarm's going to wake me up. Exactly. When this full confidence you have, you just sleep, you'll be like, oh, tomorrow, you'll be planning ahead. You understand? We have this confidence that you're going to wake up, that God is going to wake us up. No, in fact, you're going to wake up. Definitely you're going to wake up. You understand? But we seem to forget that the only alarm clock, the only person who woke us up is God. You understand? We just sleep. Like yesterday, I said, okay, today is morning star breakfast. Everybody just prepare that we're going to see us on screen, and with that confidence that we're going to wake up, we just wake up and come. But we forget to give the let's see, the being that is behind this, behind us waking up every single morning, and that is our Father. He always keep us tapped. He will say, okay, wake up my children. Okay, let's wake up, because some sleep, they don't wake up. You understand?
I could just say God is the alarm. Like for me, because this alarm, if you take it close to, permit me to say this, a dead person, it will not wake the person up. Person's time has already elapsed on earth. So I just think God is the reason we wake up every morning, not necessarily the alarm. And if I must say that it is the alarm, then I would say God is the alarm that wakes us up, because if not for Him, then we won't be here.
Not even necessary, because there's sometimes your body just wakes up, not necessarily because, please leave, not necessarily, because the why I'm emphasizing on that is because some of us just sleep and then be like, okay, I'm gonna wake tomorrow, very early in the morning, I wake up by 5, I'll attend to this, I'll attend to that. Sometimes our body even wake up before the alarm, because there's sometimes you just sleep and you're still awake. You're not fully asleep, you understand? So sometimes just fix ourselves with some other people's shoes, that they say, okay, we're confident they're going to wake up the next morning, and they ended up not waking up the next morning as they promised themselves to do, because our God always keeps us alive. Our God always wakes us up. So we are fortunate to be amongst the living. To stay to this point of time is God's purpose. It's God's purpose. It's His will that, okay, this person is my child. Nah, you know go die, you know go die, young death, you
That
understand?
reminds me of one of my lecturers in school. You know, anytime you have an appointment with her, she doesn't give you time. If you tell her, Madam, please, can you fix the time? She'll tell you, no, you cannot ask me to fix the time. I do not know what tomorrow. And she's very, very serious, right? Like for more than a year, she'll just tell you, come to school. If you see me, you take it. If you come, you don't see me, wait for me. That is why you are here. You have to wait for me. Because if you tell her fix the time, she'll tell you, what if I die tomorrow? She doesn't know what tomorrow holds, you know. But she can tell you come tomorrow. She'll just tell you God willing. Because she said she does not know what the next minute holds for her. If she's going to still be alive or not. If the people she's seeing today. So she does not like fixing any time. She'll just tell you, come to my office.
Yes.
Yeah, come to my office. If you see me, you take me. But if you really want to see me, then you
Those
have to
people
come.
are like so real to nature.
I'm telling you.
You know, when you're so real to nature, be like, okay, nature, I know you're staring at me. Let me be
I
real
think
to
it's
you.
because of the things she has, witnessed on Earth. Because she has
Maybe.
spent a lot of years on Earth already, and she has seen a
Okay,
lot.
she
Maybe
looks
she has,
she's
yeah,
old,
maybe
yeah.
she has lost a lot of loved ones. So because of that, she does not like, giving out time anymore to any student. No matter how close you are, she will not give you any time. You have to go to school from morning. If you want to see her, go there and wait for her. Anytime she comes, you take it.
There are some people like that. People just learn through experience. Maybe her loved one has passed away while sleeping.
Yeah.
Or maybe say the person maybe passed away while fixing an appointment the next day, and then before you know, the person is gone. So people learn from heartbreaks. People learn from sadness. In fact, experience generally. When you experience one or two, you won't want to put yourself in that fix again. But we are assured that anytime we sleep, our God always wakes us up. He's the first person that tells us good morning, and then we just wake up. Another whole new day, another whole new vibes. Okay, so
we should always praise Him through prayer.
Yes.
Sweets and communions and the rest.
just
To say thank you, because even everywhere you go, you always have to, like, you are in a place of work. You're getting your salary from that very place. You will not want to, you will not want to slack. You want to do everything. In fact, there is how you even go to your office. You go and say good morning to your boss. Then how much more God?
Yes.
That's why you should always give thanks to Him every morning. Say thank you, Father, through prayers, through songs, and the rest. There are a lot of ways you can thank God.
Okay, away from that, Fridays morning start with us here on Saturday. So we promise to always make it very interactive and something that we bring up topics that topics that trends, also topics that poses like a threat in the society, topics that are let's say ignorantly ignored. It is happening, but you keep on ignoring it. So those are the things we usually talk on Morning Star Fridays, things that we know that it is happening. Like the last time we talked about coexistence. Cohabitation. That's when you coexist. Anyways, when you live with when two of you are living together, you're not married. And you're not sometimes you're not even planning to marry, just because either you are in a relationship with the person, or let's say a roommate with the person. So you let's say relationship, you're in a relationship,
like,
yeah, because
about
that's
to
what
get married. Some will want to cohabitate for a week or 2 weeks.
Yes,
before the
but the
marriage
areas
contract.
we really focus on those people who don't even have plans for the future, just because they are in a relationship, not because they are planning to even get married. Society see this as not even because they are courting.
If you're not courting, then why should you?
Okay, when you're courting, when you're courting with someone, courting is your courting. Sometimes courting doesn't even prompt you to stay with the person. Sometimes when you're courting with the person, like, okay, let's say this is my fiance, this is my fiance, and we're about to get married, not because you're not staying together. You understand? So, but coexistence is whether you're courting, we're in a relationship, or you just want to stay with the person. Courting is you're about to get married. You understand? These ones, they don't even have plans if they want to marry. They just, because they're in a relationship, they are staying together.
Or maybe they don't. They're having these issues in their homes. They just want a shelter somewhere else.
Yeah, something like that. And before you know,
Or
1
they-
year
maybe
turns
they
to 2
just
years.
eloped or something.
Yeah, something like that. 1 year turns to 2 years, 2 years turns to 3 years. Before you know, forever. Children start coming in and all that and all that. I know that some of us, we it was a very participatory topic, and we want that same energy. In fact, we want more of that energy. If you want us to reflect on that topic, we can still go back and reflect on the topic, because it's something that, you know, it's something that the society is really is encouraging, but it's the abnormal is the new normal. How would you go moving and stay with someone, you know, because you understand? So if you want us to revisit the topic, we can do that. But for today, we are going to talk about something very special, something also that is affecting the society negatively, that would want to discuss. Ruth, are you going to introduce the topic, or should I go ahead and introduce it? I should go ahead. Ruth, I should go ahead. Okay, we want to talk about bullying. Bullying. You know, bullying is something that we ignore, but it's happening. We go to school, our kids go to school, they come back, they complain, oh, my senior student, you see some marks on the body, you say, what happened? Sometimes, please correct me if I'm wrong. Do you know, sometimes bully, because we're going to even talk about different types of bullies. Sometimes when we hear the word bullying, we feel it like something in our same grade. Let's say 1 year older than me. When we talk about bullying, so this is what people think. When we're in the same grade, let's say 12 years, because kids at that range get bullies too. Get bullied.
Even lower than age 12.
Sometimes, yeah, even lower. Sometimes, you know, teachers bully. Some teachers say it is discipline, but my dear, some disciplines we can still see it as bullying when you keep bullying the kids. But because there's so many types of bullying we are going to talk about today. Even people of the same age bully. Let's say maybe I'm huge, and then you are smaller. They tend to bully because of your size and stuff like that. Our parents too bully. We are going to be, see, Friday is for table shaking. Fridays for table shaking. So
your parents are not watching you right now.
So with parents, in fact, we are here to post. That's why I say Fridays is for the strong heart. Morning Stars Fridays is for the people with the strong heart, because we tell you the truth to your face. Parents, yes, you bully your kids to some level, which we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about it here. Siblings, we bully our siblings too. Like maybe as an elder sister, we bully our even younger. In fact, bullying does at some point has let's say something to do with age, but at advanced point, age is not a limit to bullying, because the younger one can also bully the senior one. You understand? So we're going to talk about bullying today, and we want all your suggestions, your comments, and we're going to be reading our comments.
Yeah, please drop your comments, and the phone line is as well open. Please call us. Let's hear everything you know about bullying, because this is a very core topic.
It's a very
we really have to talk about it, because I have been bullied severally.
Okay,
you know,
that's what I wanted to ask. Have you been bullied before?
Of course, I've been bullied.
Okay.
Right from when I was a kid. Actually, when I was growing up, I was very, very fat.
Oh. Okay.
People would always call me football, and they would always call me fufu. Yeah, I'm looking like a bag of.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, and that breaks my heart, because as a kid, as I was growing up, seeing other kids, slim, and me being very, very fat, I would always pray to God. At the same time, I won't stop eating. As the food comes, I will eat. Not like now everybody wants to.
Start starving.
Yeah, I can't starve. So
Okay.
they would always say I'm too fat. I'm looking like football. If you even make a comment somewhere, they'll be like, "Who is talking? Keep quiet. If you talk, I'll just kick you like a football that you are." And that makes me feel bad. That breaks my heart. Aside from that, in a school, I can still remember I was in nursery school back then.
Okay.
So you are going to tell me where that bullying is classified.
Okay.
So I was called to stand in front of the whole class to denounce the father.
Wow.
You know,
wow.
to denounce the father. And you know, at that age, I would feel bad. I would be intimidated.
Yeah.
Because it's part of bullying. I would be intimidated. And then out of fear, I would say, okay, I have denounced the father, but that did not happen.
Okay.
You know, I was called just like that. Nothing, class was going on, and I was called out. Now denounce the father in front of the whole class. I looked at my uncle and I looked at the class and I said, I'm sorry, sir. Okay, no, sir, I'm sorry, uncle. I can't do that. He's my God. He looked at me again. He looked at me, Ruth, have you been hypnotized? He said a lot of things. I still told him, no, sir, I cannot do that. You know, I said, go back. Just because of that single act, you know, the rest of the students didn't come close to me again for more than 2 weeks. You know how it feels being in school. Your friends stayed away from you. Like, even if you're passing and your clothes, your uniform touches another person's uniform, they'll clean it. You know, you talk to them, they don't answer you. I became alone. You know, I was just on my own. And guess what? I didn't say it to I didn't tell my mom. I didn't tell anybody in the house. I didn't tell anybody. I just kept it to myself. But they saw that every morning before I leave to school, I'll be feeling reluctant to go because you're going to meet people that will not even respond to your greetings. They won't even do like you're just on your own. It's as if you are the only person in the class. You get. So that's, I think you're going to tell me where that bullying is.
Okay, that one is prejudicial bullying.
Okay.
And that's bullying of race, when maybe races and religion. For example, now if I'm black, white, then white bully black, black bully white, that races or hair, and then this one to religion because of what you believe in. People, bully you because of that. It's called prejudicial bullying. Prejudicial bullying. So we are going to talk about okay, that's your own story. In fact, Brotherhood of the Cross of Stars generally, we have gone through the phases of bullying in the society. People bully us because of what we believe.
Yes.
You understand? They say, this one. So in the morning like this, you will wake up, you bath, you wear your stand and begin to walk. So you remove your shoe. And you understand? So why do you do that? Okay, what if the scorching of the sun, and then you put your legs inside theirs and stuff like that? So some people say, you're a fine girl, but you're not supposed. You're a fine girl, but you're not supposed. Like you as a brotherhood member, you're not supposed to attend that kind of church now. As a fine girl like you are, you understand? People bully you because they are threatened in what you believe in. You understand? Let's say, okay, for example, now vegetarianism. As a vegetarian, don't bully because they say this one. You don't have energy. You cannot be eating it. So you don't eat meat. You don't eat fish. Why would you do like that? Oh, because your father. That's when they started saying that. Okay, because your papa like crayfish.
Yes.
That's why people don't eat crayfish. You understand?
When I go out there, I don't really make the people out there know who I am because I really don't want them talking about my father in that manner.
Yeah.
So if you bring a certain food, I'll just tell you, I'm sorry, I don't have appetite for that.
Yeah.
This one, I'm sorry, I don't feel like eating
Yes.
it, But I could take soft. I could take mineral. I don't want you talking about my dad that way. Like, I don't even want to go to any long
you
talk.
See, that is as a result of you being bullied.
Yes,
you don't.
When I have the energy, I will talk. You bring the food, I tell you, sorry, I don't eat this. When you're talking, I'm talking.
Yeah.
Like, I'll make sure it's draw, or it's even not even draw.
Don't draw.
10-0. Because I won't have you talk to my God that way. You won't get away with it. That happened even when I was in year 1. I think there was this girl in my class. She attends the Deeper Life.
Okay.
She started in a philosophy class.
Okay.
I wasn't that day. I was feeling down. I was really feeling down. I was not even in the mood to, talk. I just went there. I was taking note of everything, and then there was something that happened. This girl, knowing that we are 3, myself, my sister, and one other guy in computer science, she got up and said something. immediately, I don't know how the energy got into me. I was feeling somehow, I was feeling down since morning. The energy came into me, and I gave it to her back to back. Since that day, in fact, I was even thinking I was going to be penalized, because the lecturer was there, and I didn't know when I snapped. The lecturer waited for us. After everything, the lecturer said, "Well done." He clapped. I was now like I was shivering. I thought it was going. There was going to be a penalty, for disrupting the class just because of what she said. He said, "This is how I like my class to be." I was like, I like my class to be like this. Don't just come and sit down. Somebody talks to you in a manner, give it back to the person immediately. I was like, thank you, Father. At least it's not going to, there will be no penalty like do this, or because I really gave it to her hot.
Yeah.
Saying that since that day, in fact, that man, I think this man likes controversy. Because the next class we had, he saw me, he saw the girl.
Yes.
He said something concerning the father, and then I noticed the way he looked at me, and that sister didn't say anything again. She kept quiet. She maintained her peace. I told her I don't have any issues with your belief. You come to school every day. I would have said, okay, why are you always making this hair? This tie, this thread hair. Why always wearing a particular cloth? Why are you so particular about this? I don't have any problem with you. Why should you have a problem with my belief? From that day, I said a lot of things that I wouldn't want to say here. From that very day, whenever she sees me, she'll greet and pass. And some Thursdays I go with Oven Group. I wear my white all through. She would see me, she would greet me. In fact, the fear is still there till date. That's why sometimes you need to stand up.
At some level, that serves her right.
Yes, you need to stand
because
up to your right.
I don't know what's wrong with people. I'm not talking to you. Why would you talk to me? You understand? I haven't said anything back to you before. Why do you choose to attack me for crying out loud?
I know why she did that. In school, I'm this quiet person. I only talk when necessary. Like I want to answer questions, I want to do this. So
she saw you as a very quiet person.
Yes.
And then she tried to take advantage of that.
And that was even when the lecturer knew the difference between myself and my twin. In the class.
Okay, you are the outspoken one. Your other twin is the quiet one.
She's not actually quiet. Anyway, let's not talk about it here.
Okay. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. We want to take everything step by step on this topic because
first of all, you have to tell me if you've been bullied before.
Of course, I have. I have been bullied, and I have been bullied before. In fact, I was supposed to be the head girl of my secondary school, but my principal was, very much against my belief and all that. She said, "Oh, before you now come and infect everybody, made it look like it was a disease and all that." And then we have the first call this morning. We are going to pick, and then I'll continue with my own bully story. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning to you too.
Bebe and Sister Authentic Ruth. You girls are looking great. That shit is beautiful.
Thank you.
I want to thank you so much for the topic of the day. Bullying. Bullying is something that is evil and should be shunned in the society. It is not just only in Africa that it does happen. Even here in the Western world, it does happen that most kids go to school, they are being bullied by their mates. Some stay away from going to school. Some have even killed themselves because of being bullied at school. They decide to take their lives. So they should be discouraged. If you think of what happened in the recent past in Nigeria, some kids that were bullied at school, and before you knew it, the boys passed away. And it is something that we should discourage at any point in time. And whether in the church, in the school, wherever it's even in our homes. Thank you so much for bringing up this wonderful topic.
Thank you so much, Sister guys.
This is like this is because there are things you just ignore ignorantly before you know it. It becomes something that one will cry at the end. So thank you so much. Happy weekend to both of you.
Happy weekend to you.
Sister Gladys.
Yes, Sister Gladys. We know from your voice. We would know it's you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, that is Sister Gladys. She's calling to talk about bullying. She said it's a very negative energy, it's a very negative vibe. I shouldn't encourage that because over there also in the Western world, people really see bullying. In fact, if you look from our Western world, let's talk about let's say
I think they
this.
feel the pain more because just like she has,
Yeah.
it leads to death. Some of
Yes,
them,
yes.
they commit suicide.
Yes.
But they can't take it.
Yes.
The way we could take it.
Yes, that's why we want to talk about. Let's say, yeah, same year in the topic, we want to talk about long term effect of bullying. That's when you're a victim of bullying, the long term effect. Even it's if as you were bullied as a child, it would still there's some bullying that will still go with you till when you are a grown-up adult, you understand.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about those long-term effects too on bullying. And if you have any, they say if you share your story with someone, you encourage the person. So if you are also a victim of bullying, you can also share with us how you could overcome such bullying, you understand. You can share with us some tactics how you overcome yours, because there are some people who are still suffering from being bullied when they were young. There are some people who are even still in bullied. Adults too, we get bullied. Not only for young ones, we adults too, we also face bullying. You understand? Where we are going. In fact, we're going to talk about this very kind of bullying so that you know, because there are other bullies. Let's say online bullying that people just sit to use their phone, try to bully people up. It's not only when you do the physical, because when we talk about bullying, they say okay, when you physical hit the other person.
No, there.
And it cuts across all categories. So we're going to read the definition of bullying to you. So that from Cambridge Dictionary, they said bullying, the behavior of a person who hurts or frightens someone smaller or less powerful, often forcing that person to do something they do not want to do. That is that is maybe, let's say, physical bullying. You understand? You force someone to do what the person does not want to do. You understand? Let's say in a class where someone is smaller maybe in age.
Yeah.
As a senior student,
Yeah,
you would
what's
bully the
mine?
person
No.
to fetch me water while the person is on let's say on the studying period. You understand? Fetch water for me, or do this, do that, do my laundry, because you are, let's say,
Above the person.
yeah, above the person. Maybe senior students in
age.
school, in age, and even in size. You understand? In size.
Yeah.
You watch movies of how small kids get bullying. Kids in the same category. So I don't know if you watch some teenager movie where this one have like a group. Maybe they say the most popular person in school.
Cartels.
Yeah, have a cartel. Yeah, have groups.
Yeah.
You understand? As a group now, they will now hold you. And then they will force you, or you look inferior. You know, to maybe the person who is the most popular in school because of the power the person possesses. So we're going to look at different types of bullying, and then we get to some effects. But you can share with us also on YouTube platform, because we're going to read. We also conducted analysis where we did a poll question where people from other diaspora, people from, let's say, even non-BCS also contributed on the topic bullying. We asked them on your own way, how do you see bullying, the effects of bullying, and how you would stop bullying in the society, which we're going to read those comments maybe after we have eulogized on the topic for today. So we're going to talk on different types of bullying, because we've already known what bullying is. First of all, we're going to talk about physical bullying. That is, physical bullying is the most obvious bullying, where it occurs when kids use physical action to gain power or control. For example, they punching,
Show muscle.
show a
Muscle is
hair,
muscling.
show muscle. Not only kids, even our siblings, like the elder sister. Maybe for example, now I want to show power. I want to really say na me. I'm the hair. I'll try to use physical
Power.
on my younger sister. We talk about, let's say, in diaspora, let's say, okay, maybe because you are the boss. Because have you watched this viral video? There was a video on this on Instagram. Let's say a teenager worked in an organization, and the boss refused to pay his salary. And when he went to ask for a salary, the woman used physically, use her hands on the boy, tried to hit the boy because the boy went to ask for his salary. You understand? I've seen the video. I don't know if you've seen the video. So that is for physical bullying. I don't know in fact, from bullying itself, you might have an effect. Maybe if you lose your teeth, your nose shift to one side because of bullying, your eye, your hair,
your ears,
the cut of your hair. There are lots of physical bullying.
or you grow up with an eternal scar.
Yeah, something like that. So most times those are the effects of physical bullying. You tend to sustain physical injuries, so with some physical injuries. So inside the physical bullying, they say unlike other forms of bullying, physical bullying is the easiest to identify. Yes, this physical bullying, it is very easy to identify, unlike the other kind of bullying that you will not, because it doesn't have like a physical scar. Okay. This one, your kids come back from school, you see marks on the back, teacher wiping your baby anyhow, just yeah.
When you happen to see that on your baby's body, I think you should get to the root of it.
Yes.
Because it shouldn't get to that point. I think the max you can beat a child should be 3 strokes. As if that child has really wronged you as a teacher. So if you go home and realize that your child is having scars all over, I think you should get to the root of it. Because if you allow it to be that way, next time it might be worse than the first time.
There's this story that I think that one too was really trending. A young boy who schooled in a dormitory came back home and they said he was poisoned.
Doing college.
Yes, and they forced him to drink some chemical and all that. Yeah. That was physical bullying.
I'm telling you.
That is bullying. I don't know. Maybe now parents are paying attention to the feedback our kids get from school, because there sometimes we come back and then we see some marks, or maybe you went in very far to came out very slim. You understand? When
you realize that, I think you should investigate.
You should investigate.
When some of these things happen, the senior student will give you a life threat.
Yes.
You say this to anybody,
yes,
I'll make sure I kill you. You say this to anybody, you'll be expelled. A lot of things. You have your own way of getting your child to speak. Irrespective of the threats he or she has received from school. So use that technique to get your child to speak. Otherwise, it might get out of hand, like the boy in college. I don't know what happened if he tried to tell his parents. The story is very, very complicated. But I'm saying this so that next time if it happens, or if you've been noticing this in your child's body, you have to get to the roots of it. Get the child to speak.
Yes.
Don't just keep quiet about it.
I mean, because there are some kind. Which school? Like, I believe that because that's sometimes I used to tell my parents that I'm not okay with this school. Senior student, they used to beat me too much. You understand? But because of the complaint I had, they stopped even they stopped beating. They said nobody should lay hands on anybody, even teachers, because there's some school people complain about maths teacher really disciplined. That sometimes it's bullying. They want to bully because you don't know maths. Your maths teacher is bullying you. There's sometimes everybody is not the same. You understand? You cannot learn because there's sometimes they say into text if they use hand. If you don't know how to draw, they say teachers that beat a lot in school, intro tech, maths teacher, and other teachers that I don't know, but it's maths teacher and intro tech teacher that I really know. So my intro tech, they'll blow you, they'll beat you up because you don't know something. They say maybe this one to an extent it is not discipline again. Some schools say when they want to even punish you, they'll wipe you to the cane
pieces.
Pieces, you understand? So they'll use hanger on hanger where they use the hanging clothes, they'll use it on you. All those are physical bullying. Those are ways our teachers bully us. Those are ways our mates bully us. Even our parents even our parents, there's some beating is out of bullying.
And I think
You
that
understand?
I would say that one is through correction. I wouldn't say that is bullying. Your parents can bully. But if there is any case like that, I think you should share.
I have seen bullying that the mom, biological mother, she gave birth to this baby, but she hated the baby from birth just because the baby, she said the baby is ugly. He said this one is not me, you understand? Maybe the baby was, let's say, I don't know, maybe she did not like the baby's physical appearance, so she started bullying the baby. She used to call the baby, she'll call these other ones fine names. Maybe the ones were fine. I'm only charm my this, my pressure, my pressure, my treasure, and then she called the other one, Ekwensu, come and wash. Only you wash plates. Only you do this.
Is it a movie or reality?
Reality. I've seen someone. I've also seen, I watched a movie, but I've also seen in reality. I wouldn't want to mention names, but I've seen it in reality.
But I think that's very bad. You see that child that is not really looking good, giving you the vibes you want. She might become, the child might become the chief cornerstone. Might be the one to push your name.
Yeah.
You get. So I think there is no child without a star. Let me put it that way.
Yeah.
So if you're watching us and you have somebody around you that is bullying a child, I think that person needs some orientation. There is no child. There is no wasted child on earth. God will not give you anything you cannot handle. You get.
Some
Every
people
child
say because they were raped, they were victim of rape. Maybe they took him from pregnancy, and then when they give birth to that child, they say anytime I look at the child, I just remember the pains and everything. So they try to transfer the aggression on the child.
The
You
child
understand?
is innocent. You shouldn't vent your anger on that. It's innocent. He or she might not even know how they came about.
Yeah.
She just learned
So you
to
see, sometimes our parents bully us. You understand? You understand? And maybe other bully that we're going to talk about, because that one is based on
due to
physical.
some circumstance, you get. But some, I would say some are bullying. I think some are correction, because if you have a child that is very, very stubborn, you will have to, use another technique to make sure you bend that child very well, because if you do not do it at a certain age, the child will become a problem to the society. And when that happens, they'll link it back. They'll go back to trace where that child came from, and that's your name going. As a mother, what was your duty? As a father, what was your duty? Was it all about money or about home training? That's why some parents, they go all out to try and bend their children, especially if you know that word is very, very hot. You make sure you teach the child patience and the rest. So I call it correction.
Okay.
That's my own side of the coin.
Okay. I don't know what you think, but okay, let's continue. We have verbal bullying. That's the next one that we've said something about that. That's when you're using words.
Yes.
You understand? When you're using your words to try to talk down on the person or try to gain power or control over. Yes.
Some people can't. Sorry, let's talk about that.
Okay, yeah.
Some people can't forget the way you spoke to them. They might not even show you that they're actually hurt, but it remains there. I'm telling you, that's why you have to be careful with your choice of words. You hurt that person so badly, and because of that, if it is in the church, you talk to somebody in that manner, in a manner that person will never forget, then that person will stay back. Because having that consciousness that whenever you're going to church, you're going to face this person is already killing. But if you realize that what you actually said is bad, and you go back and say, okay, I'm sorry, I think it might go a long way, instead of just saying it, beating the person with your words and allowing it to be there. I think that's very bad. It kills, it leads to a very deadly depression.
Yes, that actually leads to depression, because those are kind of bullying that we will not see the physical threats. You understand? We will not see maybe bruises on the body. Those are not physical. You will not see the physical result. But the ones we could identify, let's say depression, you understand, constant depression, and maybe the person get worrisome and stuff like that, fright.
Yeah.
For maybe when they say, oh, let's go to this person's house, before fright just comes from, no, I don't want to go, you understand, because maybe the person has said something to you, words like you can never make it, you can never prosper, whether you're a disgrace to this family,
oh
whatever God. You understand. So those kinds of words can make really depressed the person. Can really make the person depressed, or maybe bully the person to gain power. There are some people bullying,
especially your mates are doing this. Is that person not about your age?
Yeah.
The person is really making it. What like?
That's
way too much. Way too much. Or you see somebody that has been married, for years, and then you go all out to tell the person that, okay, this is why you can't have baby, and in a very, very bad way. You get telling the person you never have a baby.
I think maybe mother-in-law is a victim to this. Mother-in-law.
I'm telling you.
When your wife don't want to get, when your wife hasn't given birth yet, you understand? She start bullying you. Have you watched play? This one don't even know how to do the house chores. This one don't even know a hair. You understand? Just because you're bothered in one situation, you want to use all this thing and cover up and maybe use words to bully her. This one, Ada, maybe. You just say something very nasty to the person, you understand, trying to diminish the person's value or try to diminish the person in front of another person. Sometimes if you can even bully somebody, maybe the person is standing with some of his peer, you understand,
you go there and say things you're not supposed to
say. And then you embarrass the person. And then the person feels so embarrassed.
I remember when I was in secondary school, there was this woman that came to school with a bowl of dirty plates.
Okay.
I'm sure from this you already know the story, how it started. This child woke up in the morning. This woman goes to sell very early. So this child woke up, ate, showered, and went to school.
Okay.
Leaving all the dirty plates, forgetting the kind of mother he has. You know what? When the woman came back, he packed all the dirty plates and put in a big bowl. Brought it to school.
Wow.
I'm telling you, it was like a movie. He brought it to school and said, teachers, this is what you are teaching my child. And the child was so embarrassed. I could see it all over his face. He looked for where to hide his face, but there was no way he felt really, really embarrassed.
Wow.
And he was flogged. Actually, he was flogged for misbehavior because of that. The woman had to tell the teachers the other things that the child does in the house, and then putting all the blames on the teacher. This is what you're teaching my child. The child no longer does this, no longer does that, a lot. So because of that, they had to discipline the child, and then they even threatened that, excuse me, the next morning they were going to
come and inspect the has washed plate.
I'm telling you, I think that's another way of bullying the child, because that child will never be free.
Esteem.
Yes, self-esteem has been bruised at the moment. Because in school, you know what student can do? They'll be using it. They'll be teasing him. That's bully teasing. They'll be teasing him every now and then. See what your mom did. Your mom did this. Even the student that didn't come to school that day, they all heard everything that happened. They kept using it to tease him until at some point he had to get used to it, because that's the way out. Now you get used to it. In fact, now you join them or you beat them. But in that situation, he just had to join them. That was how he was able to conquer the fear and the rest. And he came back to his normal self. He stopped being scared, or running away from friends.
Okay.
So that, for now, for example, now I'm still remembering what happened. How much more that first week that thing happened. It was just all over this.
I mean, verbal bullying can also lead to diminishing self-esteem.
Yes.
You understand? Before the person start looking at himself very low. You understand? Oh, the person said you cannot.
Inferiority complex.
Yeah, inferiority complex and all that just set in because of verbal bullying. Okay, we're gonna move to the next type of bullying, which is relational aggression. Relational aggression is a sneaky and insidious type of bullying that often goes unnoticed by parents and teachers, sometimes referred to as emotional bullying or social bullying. Relational aggression is a type of manipulation where teens try to hurt their peers or sabotage their social standing. I think this one also has something to do with that story. You just say when, for example, now your teen try to sabotage you. You understand? For example, now maybe you're writing exams and you're known
Yeah.
in school that you're very intelligent, but your teen now, you're maybe they gang up against you, try to put some things, chips, microchips in your
Brain
paper.
support.
You understand? And then that maybe just plot one way or the other just to try to sabotage you, and then from school now say, oh, so all this book you have been passing, it means you have been teaching and everything.
Yeah.
Try to bring your status down and try to diminish you because they want something, you understand? Or maybe
that's what the world now sees, or they call it see finish.
okay.
You know,
Okay.
you allow somebody to eat deep inside you, into you. You know. I'm not saying what you are saying, that child is innocent. I don't know if you're making an assumption or something.
Okay.
But I think this also relates to, taking somebody back to something that had already passed. Taking that person back. For example, like the story I just gave, the story of the boy that did not wash the dishes.
Yeah.
That thing had already passed. Imagine me seeing that boy now. He's all grown up now. Let me say, seeing the guy or the man now in a group of people, and I bring it up again, and knowing that you don't even know the person's status at that time. If the person has grown to be somebody very influential,
Yes.
And the rest, and you take that person as far back as that, tell
Yes.
the person this is what you did. You don't know how you're going to bruise his emotion or ego at that time. I think this is what this is all about.
Yeah.
Taking the person back. That's another way of bullying.
Versus social
ego,
status.
I could say this one is ego bullying.
Yeah.
Because his thoughts and the rest will never remain the same. Especially if he was in a group, like a certain group, or with high dignitaries. Let me put it.
Yes, and then you try to do something that will sabotage the person's, let's say, social status, or let's say the person's influence now.
Yeah, or let me even put it this way. For example, somebody becomes a governor today, and then you bring it up later on that person has
did not pass WAEC.
not even WAEC. not even WAEC. Or say this person has been in jail before.
Yes.
He has raped somebody before.
Yes.
He has stolen before. This is what this is all about. This relational, like,
Yes.
just take that person back to something that had already passed, just because you want to try and bring the person back, or you want to, humble the. Let me
Sabotage the person.
Yeah,
you
want the person
understand?
to be humble at all costs. This is what this is all about. But it's very bad though. It's very bad because times changes. Things change. They say change is the only constant thing in nature. Some people may have done a lot of wrong deeds in time past, and then because they were doing this ignorantly, they didn't have the consciousness that there will be a time that these things will not, when people hear of it, they won't be happy, or it will speak low of us. Some of us have engaged in those things ignorantly, and that because time changes, and as we are growing, we are listening to the gospel of the Father. We are changing alongside. Then boom, from nowhere, somebody takes you far back to those years you were busy misbehaving.
Yeah.
You say, this person used to smoke, in a gathering.
Yes.
Like
I think
religious gathering.
that story. I can remember. That was one of the bully. Let's say the then. If you hear the story of us when we were then, they say, oh, let me not talk about it. Let me not talk about it. Yeah. Let me not talk about it. Yeah. You understand? Let's just move on. Okay.
Let's move on to the
let's move on to the
Please
next.
keep your comments coming. I'm going to do justice to it in no time.
Okay.
And as the phone line is open as well.
Okay.
Please call us to tell us all that you know about bullying.
Okay. All right. The next type of bullying is cyberbullying. This cyberbullying is when you use internet, smartphone, or technology to harass, threaten, embarrass their targets. You understand? Whoever they want to bully. For example of cyberbullying is including posting hurtful images, making online threats, sending hurtful email or text, because they just want to annoy the person they are bullying, or they just want to do something. You understand? It also becomes more widespread because bullies can harass their target with much less risk of being caught. because
I
of
could
social
say-
media.
I could say this one has a lot to do with the people that dwell a lot on live programs.
Most of the targets for this cyberbullying are, let's say, celebrities.
Celebrities.
You know, celebrities are most targets. Politicians.
Because if
You know.
you're talking about a middle class, I'm sorry I'm using the word middle class. Actually, everybody, according to the preachings of the Father, we are all equal.
Equal.
But yeah, let's go back to the society.
Mm.
You know, some people are really known out there. Talking about somebody like a middle class or somebody that does not even have a smartphone, you want to go and bully the person, is not even aware of it, so the person will still be walking freely, and the person will be like, who knows me? You know, so the person will not be affected. So the people that get affected with this the most is are the celebrities. Like currently there's this one trending currently, this Cora Obidi that's having, you know, issues with her husband. She hasn't said anything. Nobody has heard her own side of the story. But people are making things, you know, they are trying to instigate her to say something. They are bullying her online, you know. They will say she did this, you know, she did that, you know, but she's still maintaining her peace. That's another bullying. That's the cyber bullying, because she will not come. She's not even coming out to say anything.
I even started seeing old videos of her dancing,
You know.
maybe with people, and then
You
they say,
know.
"Oh, this can be true,"
Right.
You know, because then I don't know. There was a time in the seats videos.
Yes.
It was raining of celebrities. You know, they record some video before, you know, they say, my friend took the phone and posted, let's say, some
That's another
illicit
bullying. Yes.
18 plus videos.
Yeah.
Or, you know, on Instagram, you understand, they say, it's not me that posted it, it's somebody that posted it. There was even a time those kind of videos were, you understand, you know, trending on social media.
2021 was for celebrities. And I was just opening them up like bass booze for all of them. Almost all. I was even listing them. A lot of them.
Yeah.
A lot of the musicians, you know, everybody. The father was just opening all their little
Imagine, I've even seen a message from the popular star Davido. Someone commented on, I don't know, on Twitter or something, saying that that's not only Wizkid's son would be harassed, because Wizkid's son, the mom came on the internet and said that the teachers are inboxing his son, sharing some pictures and videos, you know, to her son that is like let's say below 18. You understand? People chatting up and all that. Please, they should stop that, because the son is just, I think the son is how old? Is even up to 15?
No, up to.
So someone came up with another story and say, Davido, it's not only Wizkid's son that will be bullied though. Me, I'll come out for your son very well. You understand? I'll bully the son, you know. And they are even saying that the son is not his biological son. You understand? All that. Even see celebrities, you know, those are kinds of cyber bullying. You know, when people just look for one excuse or the other, just try to bully you. I've seen footballers where they bully footballers bullying on the internet. Remember when Okoye, the Nigerian footballer, you know, that came in, everybody was praising him, you understand, footballer. But when he lost lost the match, no, not even because of him, because it's on the whole team. When he missed a penalty, was it a penalty?
I didn't really watch that much.
I think it's
I didn't watch that much.
I don't know, but I watched that for the match, because I really follow this AFCON, you know. But I think he missed one ball. So people were saying, so what if it was Salah that see small ball? They started bringing some other things. And they say instead of him to go and
Nigerians do Photoshop.
Yeah, Photoshop comes in. You understand?
And you'll be like, was this person actually sitting on his laptop, you know, just waiting for one mistake? So I can just, you know, send it to the masses.
You understand? So they kept bullying him. They say, this one, instead of you to go and be training football, you're there doing Snapchat video, you're there doing oh God, if I was Okoye, you know, Okoye trended, you know, because he just lost that ball, and because of that, Nigeria were kicked out from the AFCON and all. So till his girlfriend even had to come and post and say, please, do not bully him, or I like him like that. I say, even if you understand, even do. So we've also seen there's this governor, I don't want to mention names. You understand? He was bullied because his wife was very pretty. So his wife was very pretty, and he was on the other hand of the story.
The opposite.
So
let's go back to the types of. I think we are still talking about cyber.
Yeah, that's cyberbullying. When you say something, post pictures, just in order to bully or hurt the other person or sabotage other person online. The next kind of bullying is sexual bullying. Sexual bullying consists of repeated harmful or humiliating actions that target a person's sexuality. It could be example includes sexual names, including crude comments, vulgar gestures, uninvited touching, sexual propositioning, and pornographic materials. A bully might make a crude comment about a peer appearance, attractiveness, sexual development, or sexual activities. For example, I've been bullied because I have beards. They say I have a very wicked mind.
Oh yeah, that's what people say. Once they see you
that have beards, as a girl that have beards,
yeah, they'll say, this one has a stone heart.
Yeah, I have wicked mind.
I grew up to meet, hear that. That once you have this or you have stone heart. But how true is that?
I even have a friend that even has a full mustache on the face, but she's a girl. And she's been bullied for that. This one, maybe God created you as man, or just say, So she has been bullied because she has full blown beards. You understand? But she has learned, to
live with it.
Yeah, to live with it, not because she just learned to live with the bullying. And people, let's say, harass someone. They say they touch you the way you don't want to touch. Maybe your buttocks and all that.
In the market. When you go to the market, I don't know if it happens in your markets over there, in your states and the rest. When you go to the market, you find out that this one will be dragging you. Come and do this. Come and buy this one. They'll look at you if your hair is not properly made. Come and make your hair. They don't just say it verbally. They drag you, and that annoys a lot. In fact, let me even put it this way: it pisses me off. Because I feel you should talk with your mouth and not holding somebody. You get?
Yes. They'll be dragging you to come on.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with my ears. When you speak, I will hear. So I feel it's very wrong, to even, because you don't even know if she actually went to that market with her husband or a fiance or the rest, and then you attract beatings. So imagine that person's husband is an army man. Who touch person? Do you know what happened? Do you know what happened in that market?
Apart from
that's very bad. And if in a market that people are a crowded place, you see that some people that don't really have this home training, they will touch you like this place is crowded, right? They will just touch and then put their hand down.
Yeah, they'll just
bad.
Yeah.
They do that a lot in the market, and that's very bad. That's very, 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 very. Very,
sexual bullying can actually lead to sexual assault.
Yeah.
That's why we need to pay attention to when maybe our kids say, uncle is doing. You say, you have really grown, no. You have grown, no. See breast, your uncle. You understand? Yeah. So another kind of sexual bullying is maybe as a girl, maybe you haven't developed. You're just like that, maybe straight up. You understand? And then they just try to bully you. They say,
in my school, secondary school.
Yeah.
Back then, that girl was up to 18.
But she did not have the physical. Okay.
Yeah, she did not have it. It was just so flat, like a man's chest.
Yeah.
And because of a lot of what people were saying, she had to take drugs. They said there was this drug that was raining that time. I don't even know the name. They say if you take it, you're having small boobs, it will come out. Okay. She had to take that drug, but it didn't work out for her. you know. And I was thinking of how she was, you know, managing the comments from left and right, center, everywhere. Because she was a grown-up girl, she was beautiful, she had everything was just there. It was just, you know, the chest that was left to, you know, germinate. I was just thinking of how she was coping with everything. She would do this, they'll tell her, take drugs, do this one, do that one. But to me, the very day I spoke with her, I was like, allow yourself. I think God's time is the best. When it is time, it will grow, you know. Stop taking things, because all these drugs, I think they all have their side effects. But when you're going to get them, they'll tell you it doesn't have any side effect. But when you grow, cancer is real. Cancer is real.
Cancer,
yeah, I think the end point might be cancer. But it's been long I saw that girl. I don't know. You know, some people were even saying, because I know I discussed with my mom, I asked her what causes it, you know, because you see some children at the age of 11, they're already,
they're already developing,
you know. So, but what I asked her, she said, maybe when she gets married and have a child, you know, it will come out because your child must, you know, stop. So she said, that's what she told me. When she said that, the very day I was opportune to speak with her, I told her to let it be. Stop taking things, you know, stop following. Because a lot of people would say, use this, use that. At the end of the day, you are the one involved, you know. All the side effects is now you go take them. Nobody will help you and say, okay, I actually gave you this idea. Okay, let me bear the burden with you. Now only you alone follow worker.
I think the popular celebrity Liquor Rose, that's the girl that went for the BBN, and she said so she was also a victim of bullying, that people used to look at her as man.
Yes.
Because of her nature, you know, she has a masculine body and she doesn't have boobs and all that. So she said people used to bully her because she looks like man. The popular Liquor, she has said that on interview. And also, I don't know why they bully. They say short girls are problematic. They bully. They say anybody short. They say short girls are problematic. You understand? They try to. I don't know. The society really don't want to look at the short girls. They try to bully us down because they feel maybe we are inferior. So that's also bullying.
They say the short girls actually have height. They're actually tall, but what's making them tall now is the attitude. The attitude. It's actually taller than them. So the main feature is about this height. And the attitude they carry is about this height. I've heard that.
Some people do so many comments about people who are short in height. You know, so please, that is bullying. You understand? Okay, we're gonna move from that to the bullying. We talked about that first. That's prejudicial bullying. That's bullying of racing. When you're racist, that's racist. Extremely prejudicial bullying is racism. You know, you bully people because they have different races. You bully people because of their religion, what they believe in, and all that. Those are kinds of bullying. I think we've talked about that.
We've talked about that, yeah. I think I've experienced that from nursery school right to university, to tertiary education. That's been on, and I know a lot of BCS also face the same. They face the same because as long as you are a BCS, people will be having their mixed feelings, and they'll spit it out.
Yeah.
But those that are outspoken, they'll tell you, why are you doing this? Don't you think you're worshiping a man? Don't you think you should, like, a lot of people have walked up to me, and I remember the other person said, come out of it already, start attending a living church. That was like, am I not in a living church?
You know? Yeah.
Am I not a living church? In the same church, somebody had, I remember when this person was even saying this, somebody from the same church actually came, like, this is not me praising myself, please, but I know a lot of people have followed me to attend service.
Okay.
This is not me praising myself, and I did not even ask them to come. I think one of the comments one person said was, I love your character. I want to know where and who is teaching, who is impacting all this.
Yes.
And the person, I saw it as a joke because me, I wouldn't force you, except I'm out there for evangelism. But very normal, like I will tell you, okay, you must come and experience the teachings of the Father. This person dressed up and went to Ambo. The only thing, when the person was stopped, I received a call. Okay, the securities are asking who I am, and I told the person, say this, say that. You want to attend service, right? The same person from, like, they're in the same church. Only difference is that this one is saying, come out of it and attend the living church, and the other one saw the other. In fact, I don't even know how to explain it. You know, it has been happening. You know, they wear clothes and, you know, come to church while others are there telling you you're not supposed to be worshiping a man.
Yeah.
This, that. You know, a lot of people. But, you know, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm the one doing it. I would just say it's the father. Because, like the one that happened when I was in nursery school. I think some children would have just, you know, succumbed to it. They could have fallen to whatever the uncle was trying to do. You know, to stand in front of the class and denounce the father. I did not do that because I wouldn't want the father to denounce me. I think it's my source of existence and the rest, so I can't do that. No, now coming back to tertiary, that's happened a lot. In fact, when everything started, I had to start wearing the father's, like our t-shirt, the one that had the father's face. So I will not be doing the talking. You'll be the one to see me and recognize, because everybody know him. Not like some pastors that you must mention their names over and over, even show picture and say, okay, do you know this pastor? He's known by even children. Newborn babies know him as OOO. I'm telling you, I've seen it before. Even a child that is not a BCS. The very first day that child saw my phone, my screensaver, he said, OOO. The mother was shocked. The mother had to take the baby away from the shop. This is a newborn child that the mother has never brought that child to BCS. But that child recognized the father, how much more the grown-up ones.
I mean, we just get bullied one way or the other.
Yes, so I started wearing the father's, t-shirt, the one that has his face on it. And that's it. I wear it like that. Then some days I even go with white, like of and good, so that I will not have to be doing so much of talking. You know, just see me and know, okay, this one is Owete. So look back on some people will even say this one they've given us something to drink, especially when I'm in the mood to sing. Like, there's nothing you tell me. They used to mix something for you.
Yeah, to drink, even the voice stuff.
Yes. So I wear my clothes and I sample my father, irrespective of the bullying. I don't even care at all at this.
I think that one is your story of how you overcame your own bullying. Many other people, we have comments that we're going to read to you, how people overcame their bullying, or how you can overcome being bullied. Sometimes you just have to face it. There's some bullying you have to face them. You understand? Maybe there's something they will be singing your name and everything. You just walk up to them and tell them and talk to them and face the bullying. You understand?
If you don't, it will keep coming.
So I think we're gonna we have some comments on our YouTube platform, but let's take a short break, right?
Yes.
Should we take a break? And then we just take some tea and then come back, because we have to take some tea. Okay. So let's take a short break. Ruth has her comment to read out to you. I have my comment to read out to you. Today's topic is on bullying, adverse effects of bullying, causes of bullying, types of bullying, how you have been bullied, how I have been bullied. We are sharing stories of how bullying has affected the society and I don't know, turn the society to look at the abnormal as the new normal. You understand how it can damage someone's reputation, how it can damage someone's image and self-esteem. We'll go on a break. When we come back, we're going to talk or continue on bullying. For now, you can drop your comments on our YouTube platform. Don't go nowhere. You're still watching Monisa Breakfast Show, the weekend version.
Stars Television is the only entertaining station with spiritual messages reaching life. Olympus peace I give unto you. My peace I give unto everlasting.
He's the one that always will be God. I will testify that during the Nigerian Civil War, the Biafrans was coming to our father to take their government. Unlike today, that our father is God of peace and not God of division. Likewise, the Nigerian government natural teacher, for no necromancer, no noble literate, no military government can give the world its much needed peace. Brethren, let us arise, let us welcome to Ondo State, the giver of life and peace, as we echo the slogan for BCS Universal. BCS Universal Peace March Ondo 2022. Children of God, BCS Universal Peace March Ondo 2022. Africa, BCS Universal Peace March Ondo 2022. Thank you, Father.
Please put your hands together for the children. That was wonderful. Very wonderful.
Just wanna sing a number song. I wanna magnify his name. I wanna praise his name. I wanna live his name so high. He has done what the man has done. So I wanna give him all his praises. He has done what the man has done. So I will magnify his name. I wanna take it to the right. I wanna praise his name. I wanna take it to the left. I wanna shout his songs. I remain to praise the Lord by name. Oh my God, Babylon sister. My brother will style. I wanna praise his name. I wanna dance a little dance with this sweet music. I wanna praise the Lord by name with my sweet voice. Let us sing, let us dance. And because let's shout his praise, because let's sing his song.
Lord, brethren, put your hands together for the Sabbath.
Right there on the cross, they gave him vinegar to drink. All right there on the cross, they pierced him on his feet. All right there on the cross, they wore him the crown of thorns. Song is the Lord of the world.
Sabbath, know that you have just 1 minute more.
Give him all the praises. He has done what no man has done. Why not magnify his name? Join me, let's praise him.
Our mothers and our fathers, please appreciate the Sabbath children. Appreciate the Sabbath.
Because let's shout his praise. Because let's sing his song. Remember has made the blind to see. He has made the deaf to hear. He has made the dead to rise. He has made the lame to walk. He has done what no man has done. Why not come and praise his name? He has set the captives free. He has made the body free. That's what I'm making down.
Put your hands together for the Sabbath. 2 seconds more.
With that issue of love. Somebody. That code number. That Baba. Hey, that code number. station with spiritual messages reaching the world.
Welcome back, beloved viewer. I hope you are good. If you're just joining us, it's still the Morning Star Breakfast Show. So I urge you all to go like, subscribe if you have not, and of course drop your comments. We're still talking about everything about bullying. You know, because we all in one way or the other have been bullied, and it's not something we like, and most of it we don't even want to talk about it because it's very, very bad. We keep it to ourselves, and some people even die with it, and that is very bad. So that's why we've come up with it today, to speak to you about if you want to know everything about bullying and how it can be stopped, or how it can be controlled. So please drop your comments. We're having a lot of comments here already, and I'm going to do justice to it right now. We are having the number of people watching are higher than the likes we have, so I want us to normalize it. So please, if you are watching and you haven't liked, please go and like, and as well subscribe if you have not. Okay, I beautifully welcome you all back to Morning Star Breakfast Show. But before we start, I would like to attend to the comments section before we
Okay, we continue. Okay, no problem. You can.
So first, we have on our list Gladys Onyabo. She says, happy weekend to you all. Thank you very much. And from Emmanuel Israel Obioso, he says, perfect peace of Almighty Father, dear beloved, blissful morning. Again from Gladys Onyabo, special greetings to our beautiful presenters, Sister Amy Perper.
Thank
and
you.
to our beautiful presenter, and to Sister Ruth Obu, aka Authentic Ruth. You both are looking great. I have to hype myself, my sister.
I can see that.
You both are looking great. You guys are wearing and co. Okay, we are celebrating today. Love you both. Thank you so much. We had to, twin together today.
You they should remember this uniform. We came in and we did not much pass. Sakura should have taken first because our material was this material. Can't you see? It's entering your eye.
Yeah. So coming from Solomon, gift, peace of the Father, Diamond Daughters of the Most High God.
Peace.
From Ebiere Etie, perfect peace of the Father.
Peace.
My beautiful sisters. I love your outfits. Whoa, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. We love it as well. Coming from Ebiere Etie, again, she says, perfect peace of the Father, my beautiful sisters. I love your, okay, again, I love your outfits. From Gladys Onyabo, bullying is indeed evil. A lot have died through this. We must all speak out against it. Kudos to Morning Star Breakfast Show for bringing up this unique topic. Kudos to Star Cross TV.
Thank you.
Thank you too for joining us and calling us to tell us what you know more about it. Coming from Blessing Benedict, peace, perfect peace, all perfect peace to you too. From Gladys Onyabo again, she says, I had my experience during my university period. A student made funny remarks about my faith. He attended a house feast and the Holy Father arrested him.
Oh wow! So I think brother
he
would
made
most
an
of
open
us
confession.
Oh.
I don't know if we should talk about it now or I should proceed.
I'm gonna talk about it because it's something that we have for over the years. We have been bullied. I remember once a Ton day, once we went out to do the Ton match. I think that was like 2 years ago. Just like by this Ikaika, pastor was standing there preaching. Mind you, we don't speak against you preaching on your own faith or religion, whatever you believe in. But then he started targeting his preaching on us. He said, yes, they are here. They are the ones. Blood suckers. They started saying some nasty things on us. I don't know if it was a choir or I think maybe it was Ambo choir that matched first or not. Before you know, they just... It was choristers. I know it was choristers. Choristers just dragged this man, put him in the midst of the Eton outing.
Yes.
Pull out his dress and wore him to that. He marched with them to the Eton. It's okay. And came back.
That was a very peaceful one. They didn't want to touch him. That was very peaceful. They are really good God's children because Father would always say, "That's my child. Do not touch him. Don't harm him." And that's what the choristers is.
So I think maybe this was Sister Gladys Onyebo's encounter. The person who was bullying her came for house fees, and before the father seems to arrest anybody anytime.
I love
you understand?
Of evangelism. It's so different from the way we do our own evangelism that you have to talk. Father will in fact baptize the whole church. You will not do one-on-one.
Of course, it's God.
Baptize the whole church. So let's go back to the comments, the live chats. I'm coming from Gladys Onyabo again. She says, "Wonderful performance here by the Sabbath children. BCS is indeed the home of great music. Yeah, music is life. It is. I call it spiritual food because it gives energy to the weak, the weary, and those that are weak. If you really want to enjoy the BCS music, I think you should absorb the wordings, the message the singer, the artist right there is giving out. I think that is how you enjoy the music. That's how I enjoy mine because I believe in every music there is a message. So, coming from David Ayesan, perfect peace and blessings, beloved children of God, and happy weekend. I greet you all star-crossly, and we respond to you star-crossly and, weekendly. Again, he says, glad to see you both on set. Looking so good and blessed. Gorgeous presenters. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
From Wake Francis, Sister Dua and family, thank you, Father, for always being there for your children all over the world. Yeah, thank you so much. I think that's all we have for now.
On YouTube, because we have, like I said, we did a polling booth. We threw out this question to the social media. Internet is like a vast, let's say, community. So people chipped in their comments, and it's so many. Yeah, I have like 65 of them, but I'm gonna just take few. So many of them. But we're talking about bullying this morning. We want to know your concern on bullying. What do you think of bullying? How you, one way or the other, could overcome? Because I know every one of us have been bullied one way or the other. We talked about different types of bullying. Under that sexual bullying, I think, for example, now people are bullied because they look, let's say, more, I don't know, is it more than their age? Because people say, I have a girl who constantly say, she's 23, but she looks very matured.
Yeah,
you understand?
Happens.
People have also bullied dwarfs, because of how their height is.
People that are physically challenged. People also tend to bully them. But why should you even? That's like you, bullying the person's God. You're bullying God Almighty because that person has been created by God.
Yes.
And if you have the mind to bully that person, then you're directly bullying God.
Yeah.
And that is very bad because if God wants to, bully you, do you know what that means?
You understand?
You see somebody not working well, children, I'm going to put it the way it is. Children with the lack of home training.
Oh, yes.
Because, if you have the home training, you know that you're supposed to even give love to that person. You shouldn't make the person knows that he or she is physically challenged. Do not remind the person. The person is aware. You're going to, remind the person. You're killing the person slowly. You should just let the person be. Because the person is also wishing to be like you. So I see no reason why I should go out to remind the person, okay, you're not working well. Okay, you don't have you're one-eyed, something like that. I think that's very bad. And those are the kind of people that, pass through. I also have some list here. Pass through this, this bullying. Or you are somebody you don't have this sense of dressing well.
There are some people like that. Bullied because they don't know how to dress.
Yes, there are some people like that. Some
fashion sense. People don't really have
the
fashion sense. Yeah.
It doesn't mean they are not humans. They're not intelligent, or they don't do what we do. They simply don't have this fashion sense. There are these people that, there's how they call them. There are these people that they'll just wake up. Their mind is where they are going to. They have exams or they are going to work all their mind is there. They can even, we have a coursemate like that. I'm telling you, all thanks to her mom. Because she can come out to school, she's very intelligent. She can come out to school with even bathroom slippers. She does not care. Her aim is to get to school, get things done, have good grades. She's not after what she wears. And those kind of people happens to be the ones people bully. Because they think they're actually wearing that because they don't have, or they do. I don't even know what comes into people's
I
mind.
think people also bully people even when they don't even have. They know that these people they don't have, but they just want to bully them. You understand? Just try to make them feel in a way, You would see person repeating like clothes. Even in school, you say, oh, this person is repeating clothes. You understand? Bully the person. You can also see in, let's say, peer pressure. Maybe they want to go out, like chill outside, and then they'll say, Angelica should not follow me. That girl, she does not have clothes to wear. She does not do this. She's this. She's that. You try to bully the person. So.
And the people that wear glasses.
The people that be
4 eyes. They say they have 4 eyes.
4 eyes.
And then they will be like, how many is this? But sometimes it could be joke, but some is not joke. It's not joke. They put it to you straight. You don't have eyes. You can't do this. And when you mistakenly you misplace it, and then you don't have money to get it immediately, that's when you experience what bullying is all about. Because you find yourself asking somebody, please, who is that coming? I can see somebody is walking towards me. Who is that? And if you've not been there before, you will not understand what that person is passing through at that time. You will resort to bullying. Okay.
Yeah.
There are 5 people coming.
God, Ruth.
Well, it's only one person. Tell the person there are 5.
I think maybe people who have problems or challenges with their eyesight, they just categorically call it blind person.
Yes.
So we're going to read some comments here that I conducted. We have Peggy Hunt. He's an Episcopal priest. He's saying that he's answering to the question, what would be everyone's opinion on bullying? What is your opinion on bullying, basically? And then he said, my opinion, bullying is coward's behavior and a sign of immaturity. Bullies seek to exert an authority that they do not have and do so at cost to others. Bullies do not accept responsibility even when faced with the consequences of their own behavior. Bullies secretly fear their own weakness and vulnerability will be exposed, effectively leaving them naked in the eye of the public. Because they cannot let themselves become aware of their fear, they tend to fall back into rage whenever questioned or frustrated.
They're trying to defend themselves.
Yes, sometimes bullies are victim of bullying.
Yes.
You understand? So they don't want to. I know someone who, for example, now he does, instead of waiting for you to attack him, you attack you first. You understand?
He wants to, like I would say, my mom would say, he's trying to remove your feather so that you won't be able to fly.
Yeah, something like that.
If he does not attack first,
yeah,
you might attack him.
Yes.
So he's trying to subdue you at all costs.
Some people are like that.
Yeah,
they don't want
to raise their voices so high that you have to bring down your own voice. You don't like
they're just trying to instill fear in you so that you won't attack them. You understand?
Yes.
Okay, I have another comment by Kyle Dege. He studied computer science at California State University. He's saying that answering to the question, what can you say about bullying? He said bullying, there's a lot to say. He said bullying can be emotional or physical, and I think emotional bullying is that bullying type that many people wouldn't acknowledge as bullying. Emotional bullying would be something I think many people would look beyond, meaning they wouldn't consider it a problem. I think emotional bullying can sometimes not be obvious. Sometimes people are hurt by words and others can't recognize it. And instead of recognizing it, they take it as a joke, or take it light-heartedly, or take it as funny. That one is just his opinion on bullying, and he's saying that emotional bullying has been overlooked. You understand? People, when you say some words, some things to people to hurt the person's feeling and all that, it's not funny, or sometimes they say take it as very funny. You know, I have a secondary school teacher. I think it was a literature teacher. She keeps, whenever she asks the student question, she knows that student does not have. You know, there's some people that are not the same in class, but she keeps targeting the student. Or most of the students who do not answer her well, she say this one: blockhead, empty vessel, coconut head. This so she'll be giving you names, and those are the names she repeats in class. In fact, those ones who goes to math teacher say that one 0/0. You don't know anything. You don't know anything. You understand? It's just some things that teachers, they use this verbally tells you some things.
Sometimes those children actually know, but because of the fear, the way you treat them, you bully them. So when they know you, they're even scared. They think they don't actually know. Meanwhile, they know you. They feel if they bring out the little they know, you're going to bully them again and say they don't know, and you're not only going to say it to them. They can actually take it if you say it to them alone, but coming out to say it in front of the whole class, they will not even that little they know. They will not say it, and they will keep it there until it dies. Meanwhile, if you're not this type as a teacher, it's very, very bad to bully a child, because these are one of the disadvantages. The little that child knows, that child is supposed to bring it out, and then you build it very well. Build it and put more things to it, and then that child, happily knowing that this is his or her idea, his or her brain will now be open to absorb more. You get. But once you bully, the little will be gone. That is how some children grow up, and you say, oh, this one doesn't know anything. Meanwhile, you are actually the reason.
Yes.
You are the reason for that child not knowing anything. Because you keep bullying that child. So the little that child knows is always scared. Should I tell you or not? Should I tell you or not? Okay, I'll not tell you. Like, I'm wrong if I say it. You're going to,
I think for that reason, it will also, the class performance of that child will diminish. In fact, you say some of those people, they are not outspoken. They don't, because they believe that anything they say is always out of context. They don't want to say something, even after graduating, maybe after secondary school. They say opinion. They don't own their opinion. They don't speak out. They don't speak out again, because they feel that whatever they want to say, it's something always wrong, or always at the end, or something bad, or something like that.
I think the way this could be looked, the way we can handle this is by telling or if you are watching us, you are a teacher. I'm not saying you are a bully, but I think the way you could do this is by encouraging students. That student says this, encourage the person.
Say, even
you're almost there. But I think if you had done this, I think it would have resulted to this.
Some people just stand up and say, no idea, sir.
I think you can do better. These words encourage a lot. Even me speaking, you get, nobody is an island of knowledge. When that person shows, does a little, try to tell that person, I know you can do more, but I think there is a mistake somewhere. I think it should be done like this, rather, you get. That way you encourage, in fact, that child will even be happy. Okay, I was actually close to the point, even though I didn't really have it, straight or right. I was actually close to perfection, even though nobody is perfect. So please do not bully your child by always saying, you have coconut head.
Yeah, something like that.
You have this blockhead. That's very, very bad. And the father usually preaches that words are powerful. Once you start saying, calling that child,
your tongue is like the most powerful instrument.
It's very sharp. It's just like the sword. So please always encourage your child. You know it. I know you know it. I believe in you. I know you also believe in yourself. You can do this. Stop using those words, because it will come into manifestation, and you wouldn't like it.
Alright, still continuing on our comments here, we have Wayne Sherman. He's a long-time character where they play characters. Then he's saying that bullies are one of the few types of people that are subhuman to me. I absolutely despise a bully. Anything bad that happens to a bully, especially if it happens as a consequence of their bullying, is no less than they deserve. He went as far as to say, as far as I'm concerned, if someone opens the door to violence, using it as a tool to impose themselves on the unwillingly people, they think they are weaker than them. That one has no legit beef if the person they torment rises up and smashes them into paste. They should all try it with the wrong person and get destroyed. Those are my thoughts on bullying. Okay, he's saying that if this bully, if something happens to them in future, they all deserve it. And then they said they impose power on people, just like what we've been saying. And I don't know. They said that's his thoughts on bullying. Okay, we have another comment. This one is from Laura Pope, account manager at Standfast LLC. Okay, she's saying that it creates frustrated, emotionally unstable adults if the victim don't commit suicide before age 18. And one of these people, as an adolescent, I tried to relieve it by bullying others. This didn't work. Now I'm finally repairing damage that was done to my self-esteem over 15 years ago. I hate that bullying affects my life so much. Okay, Laura is saying that she was a victim of bullying and she tried bullying other persons too, but it didn't change. So she tried to work on herself. Thank God she didn't even commit suicide, because there are some people who will just go ahead and commit suicide. You're just asking yourself, God, why did you bring me to this
world? It's really happening
world
in the Western world.
Yes.
Children here, in fact, we won't commit suicide.
You know, so
to only reshape our lives in a way. You know, you will not be acting normal again, ever again. Or when you see those sets of people that actually bullied you, you try to avoid that place. Because you don't want to be bullied again.
Okay, Brian Edwards, PhD from University of Derby, he's saying that having been bullied from the nursery to the end of the sixth form, I can tell you it ruins life to the point of completely destroying them. And the person is eroded such much that might never be able to achieve what their potential might have allowed. I have a PhD, yet I still feel totally worthless, and I have attempted suicide so many times. I've lost count. Once half a dozen times in 1 week. A dozen times in 1 week. If it was up to me, there would be a test for bullying, and anyone who was found to be a bully would be isolated from everyone else for life, ensuring they could never harm innocent people again. Of course, bullying can be stamped out if people were encouraged to serve the one true God, as they would know it is wrong to treat others the way they are doing. Bullying is the primary cause of school shootings, and it might be incredibly liberating to get back at the people who have tormented you for fun your whole life. But sadly, bullies don't learn from these things. I've seen a movie that this girl was once bullied before till she grew up. In fact, she was also sexually assaulted by their peers. Like, how many years later, they are now grown up adults. Some of those boys who sexually assaulted her became doctors and everything. She was still psychologically, bullied. And so she now blamed them for her failure. You understand? Yes. She said, she would have been this person if she was not bullied in school. Yes. Because she was bullied, the thing really affected her psychologically. If she's seeing any man towards her, she will try to hide herself and all that. And some of the things she was set to at school, till she started committing murder. She killed all of them. You understand?
Yes.
So, and then blame them from, So some of these serial killers are victim of bullying.
We are also going to talk about how it can be dealt with,
how you can remedy the situation. Yes. But I'm telling you the long-term adverse effect of bullying. Some of them, all these serial killers, you could see that some of them have like bad stories behind. You hear that maybe emotionally, maybe the parents in school, the parents at home, the father was bullying the mom, you understand, and him watching all this thing psychologically was affected till before you know he dropped his dad, you understand, and then he's now started seeing pleasures of people. Is that correct? That started dropping people, like killing them, all these bullies.
Talking about that's another thing.
Yeah.
As a parent, you shouldn't do some things in front of your child.
Your child,
because they are also learning. As it is said that parents are the first teachers of a child. Yes. So I think you shouldn't be doing certain things
in front of your child.
Yes, I have seen a girl grow up and you know, to the point of, you know this one is ripe, to be plucked. But she's saying no, she doesn't want anything like that. She's not even a reverend sister, you get. But she's saying she doesn't want anything like that because she has witnessed the way her parents, behave in the house, the way the dad bullies the mom, and she said she does not want to ever encounter that. We tried to speak to her that you do not have the same faith, you get. You're not even meeting your dad, you're meeting somebody else. She was like, she's not even going to give anybody a chance, you get. She doesn't want to experience what she has been experiencing right from when she was, young, growing up. That's another way you're indirectly bullying your child. Because now she has grown with that
mentality that all men are the same, or all people are this.
Exactly. so she has grown up with this mentality, and I don't know, I haven't met her for years now. I really don't know if she has finally, given
overcome
that fear or something. That's very bad. I think we should be, hiding some things from the children. But then again, how are you going, like if you're staying in a one bedroom flat, or
constant quarrel and everything can also bully your kids psychologically.
Okay, I think I have an idea, even though I'm not yet married. I think whenever there's a misunderstanding, the couple should always go out for counseling. They can go and rant all they want
outside.
Yes, and just allow the house to be peaceful for the child, because you don't know the damaging you're causing that may come out to play later, years in years.
Some of them don't know, because some kids suffer trauma, real-time trauma, and it affects them academically and all that. Okay, let's take let's say two more comments,
so we can
then go on how to remedy bullying. This is Gail Patricia. She is a freelancer broadcaster, CBC Radio Canada. Okay, she's answering to the question, what do you think about bullying? She said, thank you, Emmy, for this question. When I was in grades 4 and 5, my life was turned upside down as bullying. I will name Jezebel. This is sexual bullying. You understand? I don't know. She said she was named Jezebel. She was named Jezebel, and she said, I had partially overcome social anxiety and severe shyness before Jezebel moved to our area. Okay, let me go ahead and read and understand her. She said, this cruel child must have sensed my insecurity and lack of esteem. Okay, she said she was bullied by someone named Jezebel. Okay, I thought she was called Jezebel.
Okay, I understand.
Wow, she's really mentioning the girl's name with full chest. She said, Jezebel also bullied other kids in my class. Her usual method was to say something about her victim that was hurtful, embarrassing, and untrue. One of her many verbal assaults on me was when she told everyone in my class that my house was infested with rats.
Whoa.
Oh my god. And she said, and adults would probably just laugh this off, but I was an only child who had witnessed my father's accidental death. I was still healing from the trauma, and I was probably overly sensitive to hurtful remarks. Jezebel had another very effective weapon in her bullying arsenal. She would cunningly get other kids to ignore you and not speak to you. This torture would be applied to different kids at random and without warning. One day after school, a fellow student who was also being raised by a single parent, quite rare 50 years ago, called me on the telephone crying. She didn't want to go to school because of Jezebel. We devised a plan. We contacted Jezebel's other victims and made a pact not to speak to her the following day. Jezebel would not handle it. She went to our teacher during class and told her that I had organized this mean trick. Without a chance to tell my side of the story, I was taken into a hall and strapped. I remember trying not to cry. I felt so confused. When I returned to my desk, Jezebel was smiling smugly. The torment got so bad, I can remember begging my mother to move. Parents complained to the school principal, but nothing was done to stop the bullying in our school, especially when the bullying is a rich kid.
Yeah.
Then something wonderful happened. Jezebel's father got a job transfer to another city. Those of us who had been victims of our bully could not conceal our joy. Once Jezebel was gone, everything changed for me. I experienced such a feeling of freedom. Our other victims started to bloom as well. The toxic energy coming from one person had made so many of us miserable. When Jezebel left, I began to thrive. My grade 7 was elected to the school council. As I matured, bullies didn't bother to me. I remember a student at university who would leave her music on the piano in practice room and close the door, making the room look occupied. Other students would peek into the room, see her music, and assume she had gone to the bathroom. One day, I sat outside of the practice room and studied for about an hour, waiting to see how long the bully would keep the room for herself. When she didn't show up, I moved her music out of my way and started to practice. Within a few minutes, the door swung open. The student who intimated many other students told me to get out. She was using the room. When I let her know that I had waited for an hour to see if she was actually practicing, and if she ever did this again, I would get witnesses and report her to the department head, she backed off. Bullies are everywhere. They thrive on the feeling of powers and control over others. Bullying is becoming more and more frequent among today's youth in school and online. A study in Britain found that at least one half of suicides amongst young people are related to bullying. The bully preys on their victim insecurities with an intent to hurt them either physically or emotionally. The people experiencing the bully often become self-critical and blame themselves. They can impact their mental health to such an extreme they see suicide as the only way out of their torment. Bullying has caused countless young people to end their lives. This is not acceptable. Society is beginning to fight back, but more effective policing program will swift and dire consequences for the bullying needs to be established and enacted. Zero tolerance must really become zero tolerance. She said zero tolerance to bullying. She was trying to encounter her days in school when she was bullied. Like it says, a student told her that rats. She's living with rats in the house. You understand? And that period was when she lost her dad. She was just trying to go through that trauma and everything. And then she also said in high school and in college, as in university, a rich kid also bullied her. It took the practicing space as she was, like music class.
Yeah.
She just wants to have the whole hall to herself, nobody else.
The place.
You understand? We've also seen bullying even in our workplaces. There are some colleagues, bully us. In banks, wherever you're working, there's that one colleague who would always want to bully you. I think this our own is a very long comment. Girls' comment is very long, so I'm going to stop there for
out everything. I think we have another comment on the platform. It's coming from Medical Dispensary. Excuse me. He says, "Peace of the Father, some of the most insecure people on earth express their weakness by bullying."
Yeah.
I don't even doubt that. Try to heal the weakness and you help heal the soul. Yeah, I think that's how a lot of people, because recently I went to the internet and I saw a lot of things. The white people, I don't know if it's out of depression or something. They just destroy their entire body. When I'm talking about destroy, I'm saying this because this is how I see it, this is how I perceive it, not the way they do. You have a big they destroy themselves by drawing tattoo everywhere, piercing everywhere, they even cut their tongues. They just want to look different, and I think they've been bullied and they are just tired of living, so they just want to do the worst thing and let people say the most about them.
That's what I wish to say. If you're bullying someone for that, and still on sexual bullying, if you're bullying someone because the person doesn't have the physical, let's say, threats to the person's gene. Maybe, for example, now if the person is a woman and she doesn't have this physical threats, she will go for surgery. She will want to do breast surgery or bum surgery. You understand? Just to meet up. So I used to tell people that if you want to speak low on plastic surgery, normalize natural beauty. Yes. You understand? When you see someone who is naturally beautiful, appreciate the person. Some people do, even they'll carry up their eyebrow like this just for their eye to be like this.
You see, this thing I'm saying, I'm talking about kids that are just 19. You know, some are even 18.
Are undergoing plastic surgery.
Yes,
you know, you say person have big nose. You say this, you go breathe all the oxygen. Oh my God, it's not funny, but it's funny. You say this one has a big nose. You say omo. I say all my oxygen, I need a breathe too. And the person go for a pointed nose surgery. You understand? So he say the person has. You say this your lip is too big lip. When you want, I say broom. If you say broom, your lips will be shaking. So the person will go for plastic surgery. We want a smaller lip. So when I hear people say plastic surgery, I say it's because of this thing. It's because they were bullied for not having. Because I saw it. They say people say, "Who is talking to you?" I'm talking to that one, and then they choose the one that has maybe
that is physically endowed.
Yes, you understand. Okay, what happens to the other people who are not physically endowed? That goes also straight to men. You understand? I can remember my cousin when he was small. He was using crayfish on his chin. He said, "Why are you using crayfish?" He said, "He wants to be a beard. He wants to have beards." You understand? They say they are bullying him because it looks like woman. His face is too smooth. He wants to have beard. For the women that said, "Oh, tall guys, broad chest, and beard gang," you understand? They will go and do so many things just to have this thing. That is victim. Some of them are victim of bullies, being bullied by the society. So I think the society is changing because of what we are doing. So if we normalize natural beauty, some of these things we will not see them. You know.
I think we have another comment from Jesse Osim. He says, "Greetings to you both, Emmy Pepper and Authentic Ruth. Loving your outfits. Thank you."
Thank you.
The topic at hand is very interesting because we in Africa, especially Nigerians, we are guilty of it in many ways.
Sometimes we don't even know that we are bullying the person.
Yes.
You know, but we are bullying the person.
So quickly, let's talk about the effects of bullying.
Okay.
One, we have depression. Yeah, loneliness. Eating disorders. Let's talk about this eating disorder, substance abuse, self-harm, and suicidal ideation. Yeah, let me talk about this eating disorder. I remember once I was bullied by an elderly person. Something happened. You know, I was a kid back then, and when this thing happened, I was eating cookies. You know, because of the way my self-esteem was bruised at the moment, I threw it away. Even though it was my favorite cookies, I threw it away. I'm telling you, I threw everything away. You know, because I was like, what is this? I was so embarrassed that I felt like disappearing at that moment. You know, when you are they say when you are the giver, you're not. When you are the one doing it, you're not really feeling it.
You're not feeling
it. But the receiver is the one getting the weight
of course, she's the receiver.
Yes, getting the weight of everything. I treat it. Aside from that, you know, when there's how somebody will be, you know, bullied, you stop eating.
Because maybe they say you're fat.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes, you stop eating, and you don't even take care of yourself again. And this might even lead to you not even looking yourself again. And the people doing this bullying will even do it more because you're not even looking good again. You're paying so much attention to them that you forget yourself. That's another.
You know, these people, they say, "Oh, flat stomach."
Flat tummy.
He said flat tummy gang. He said, "You don't have flat stomach, please, my brother, leave me on my pot of it." You know, some people use restrainer.
Let me give you a simple trick.
Yeah, ribs, tight, everything.
The thing is, if you love yourself the way you are, everybody will learn to love you.
Yes.
But if you are the type that is always complaining, "Okay, I'm not beautiful, I don't have this," that's the same way people will perceive you. But if they see that you are so much in love with yourself, they will not have any other option but to love you the way you love yourself. It's just like having a child that is disabled. It's the amount of love you put in that child.
Yes.
People to love that child.
Yes.
You see, everybody will be asking you, "Where is that child? Where is that child?"
Yes.
And they'll be carrying, and if you're not so close to them, be like, why are people so much in love with this child? The trick is the mom. The parents are loving that child. I have seen it in a lot of movies. If you love that child, in fact, put all your energy of love in that child. Everybody will learn to love that child. It's also similarly ourselves. If you love yourself and everything you do, people will learn to love you. But if you're always there, you don't love what you do, you don't love this about yourself. Even me, if you don't love, it's not me that will come and love this. But yes, if I see that you're loving,
if you love yourself, people,
people will eventually. In fact, they'll have no other option than to love you the same way you love yourself. so that's it for self. Okay, I didn't mention it. I was talking about self-harm, depression. We already know.
Self-harm. That's suicide now. Commit suicide.
Yes.
You know, or try to do one, two, or the other.
Like what I said about these teenagers, going to disfigure everything about them. You see them, they cut off, like the one I saw last week. The guy cut off his ears, split his tongue into two, then cut his nose, drew tattoo, and pierced everywhere. If you want to count the amount of piercings in his body, I think it was more than 20. The remaining part of the
I'm trying to
the remaining part of the ear was pierced, his lips, then the tongue, he divided the tongue, he pierced there. And I saw it, I was not even looking at the physical aspect of it. I was seeing it to be somebody, a victim of bully. When somebody talks so much about you, you're doing this, and then you will be like, you're tired. Let me do it so that you talk more about it. Or when you see that I'm no more listening to this, you will just let me be. You want to be okay, since people are busy talking about you, you want to now be the talk of town. And that's very bad. A lot of teenagers are, I think, if like what I saw there, I think he is a victim of bully. And teenagers are now, going all out. They're really into it right now. That's another, that's one of the effects of bullying, depression, then loneliness. This set of people, after being bullied, they stop going out. They stop associating. When they see a group of people gathered, they isolate themselves from that place. Because they feel going there will make them that they're going to do another thing, And these are people that don't even trust themselves. They don't trust their capability. We don't have much time again, but we're still going to talk about how to stop it. We've already talked about eating disorders, suicidal ideation. We know that one. You talked about it in one of the comments there.
When the girl said, I mean the woman, because she's not a woman, girl, that she was bullied in school. Because that we've talked about effects. I believe that one of the ways we've also tried to remedy the situation of bullying. But in case of physical bullying, you speak up. Speak up.
Let's talk about how to deal with it.
Because you don't have much time.
One is stand up for yourself.
You stand up for yourself.
Do not keep quiet. Because, for example, I'm the one bullying you, and as I'm talking, I notice that you're talking. In fact, I'm already seeing your weak points. I'll talk them more. But if I am talking and then, like, I'm setting an example here, right? If the person is like, I'm talking to you, and then you make some points. It doesn't necessarily mean you should talk. There are few points you will make, and then the person will keep quiet. Okay, this person is not actually a zombie. As I thought the person is. So speak up. That way, you will not You will not want to kill yourself. You will not want to be lonely.
You will not want to come back to the house and reason what you would have said. Because I would have said this, or I would have said that. Say it there and then
say it there so that you don't have to go home and start crying. If I had known, I would have answered that person right there. Another one is go to someone in authority and explain what is happening.
You can go to the police if it's extreme. That's for the assaults, that's physical abuse on you. Some people see you're still in a relationship, someone is hitting your eye, you will kill you one day. Go and report. If you're still staying with your parents, go to your parents, talk to your parents. If you're adults and someone is bullying you, talk to a fellow adult. Just talk to someone about it. Don't keep it to yourself, because the more you keep it to yourself, the more it gets to you. So talk to someone, talk to your parent, talk to an authority, a police officer, report to some of these to also get a personal doctor. Someone can go for sections, go for counseling. That's for the emotional bullying. People who are bullied emotionally, go for counseling. Speak to someone about it.
Before I proceed, still have 2 more comments from Jesse Osemi. He says sometimes men bully their wives because of food. Parents treat their children and use negative comments on them. I remember when we started.
Yeah, that was saying that parents
also bully.
parents also bully our kids. Parents also bully. Use some negative
negative comments.
Yes. When you use some negative comments, you say, this one cannot sweep, cannot do that, lazy, or maybe say something very nasty, like I cursed the day I bet you. You understand? Like a mom, your mom shouldn't say that. I cursed the day I bet you. You understand? It means that child said, a child gets negative when the most love. I'm not saying fathers don't love, but a child really see love from the mother's angle. You understand? Let's say if we are to weigh it from the mother's angle. So, but if the mother poses that he does not love that child, I'm telling you, whether the father buys you heaven and earth, you still feel it. You still feel the pain. But
because you're not getting the amount of love you should get from your mom.
But because your mom is
it will affect your behavior outside. But if you're getting that love inside, it will also affect your behavior when you go outside. You also give out love because you are being loved inside. But when you're receiving negative comments all the time, look at that child in public. That child is also giving out negative energy. You get that's it. That's how I look at it. I may not even come up to you, but I know what you're going through wherever you are. So quick one, another one, he says from Jesse Osim, he says generally bullying is against human rights and must be discouraged with. The teachings of our Holy Father will help us eliminate bullying in our society. Peace and blessings. Exactly. Father preaches love.
Yeah.
Because he knows that love covers everything. Love covers iniquities, When he preaches about this love, this is I see it to be very, very vast, It's not just concentrated in BCS, it covers a lot. Like this bullying, when you have love for your sister, your brother, and your brothers and sisters on the street, you will not want to talk down or even look down on them. Because everything in your heart at that time is love. So you will not even want, for example, you see a disabled person. If you have love in your heart, you will not even notice. They say love is blind, remember?
Yeah.
You will not even notice that person is disabled, right? Because what is filling your eyes right now is love. But when that love is lost, you will start saying, okay, that person did this. The person cannot speak English. The person cannot do this, because there is no love at the moment. So let's go back to one of the ways we can deal with it. Document everything you see or experience. So like writing out everything you see. But if person like me, it's better I don't even write it, because if you're bullying me and I'm going there to take notes and document it, each time I go there, in fact I am bullied already. Even though I had already grown past it, once I see that book again, I'll feel the same, like that very moment you said that hurtful words to me.
Fresh.
It will come back. So I think, I don't know if this will work out for you, but for me, it will not work out. I'm sorry. So another one is consider leaving the organization. Yeah.
That's work. If you're bullied at your office.
Yes.
You understand.
For your what do they call it? How they call it? I don't know the name. That's escaped my.
Okay, the kind of
mental health. For the sake of your mental health, you have to leave. That is if you have to leave. But in most cases, this is not you. This is you running away from your problem, because you might go out and face the same. So why not just face it and continue with the work? Do you even know if where you're running to, if they have the masters of bullies there? I think you shouldn't be running, because once you leave one place, that is how you'll be running from, because you're scared of looking at your problems and challenging them. That's how you continue to go from one place to another.
Yeah, if it's talking on that work ethics, there are some people who have, let's say, their religion orientation, and then you're given a job, like say PR job, to go and lie for example, you know your own your this thing is you shouldn't lie and stuff like that, but your company gives you keep on repeatedly. You said that, look, my religion, this is this, I can't do this, I can't do that. But repeatedly they give you something that will want to make you to go against your beliefs and all that. Sometimes purposely they just do this, they just do this on purpose. When you repeatedly, if they can't handle it, you just try to resign from the company instead of someone try to maltreat you because of your belief or don't want to pay attention.
Let me tell you something. Quick one. If you resign from that company because of somebody bullying you, remember the person will forever be feeling so pompous. Okay, it was actually because of what I said that made you, and you anywhere you meet the person, you feel you have every 100% right over the person because you said something that made that person leave. But I think if you sit back and challenge, not like challenging the person, put it straight to that person that what he or she said was bad, not you leaving. And even if you must leave, you must make that person see the brighter side of the whole story. Because I also understand that there are two sides of
the coin.
Yeah. So you shouldn't run away from your problems. Always stand. I'm not saying if you see somebody with a sword, you should stand and say, okay, I want to use my mouth and challenge somebody on holding a sword.
Okay. All right. That is all for bullying this morning. We've talked extensively on bullying, types of bullying. We've talked on the causes, long-term effects, how to remedy it. I hope you've learned one or two from the topic of discourse we've had for you this morning. Remember, every Friday we'll come with societal topics. We try to do justice to them so that everybody will be carried along. This 2022, you have to shine your eye. Shine your eye. This is 2022. I hope you have a nice time. This is Morning Star Breakfast Show. I'm wishing you a very lovely weekend because right now we're about to sign out. I'm wishing you a lovely weekend and have a fun-filled one till Monday. Set to come here, and then on Friday we'll still be here. My name is Emidio Omoyo, and that was the studio. I was in the studio with Authentic Roots.
Before we sign out for the day, I wish you a very beautiful weekend. Do not watch, don't overstress yourself. Remember, next week is dry fasting, so start preparing yourself. Start thinking of how you're going to wash everything and cover them like this because you're not going to use it until Thursday midnight. Okay, I remain your one of the hosts, Authentic Roots. Till we come your way next time Friday, remain blessed.
Bye. We love you.